Today we were in Rye, New Hampshire to talk about foreign LLCs developing on our federal waters, which will have direct impact on the natural resources that specifically the fisheries and the cultural heritage here in New England have been dependent upon since before the beginning of this nation. Your life is dependent upon what you feed yourself. Where does the true wealth lie in a country? True wealth lies in our natural resources. It's in our waters, it's in our land. And now when we poison it and contaminate it, now we're contaminating the health of the American people too.
A report I've been reading the last couple of days about bisphenol A. That is just one example of the erosion on the windmill blades. So all of that resin and toxin is now into the water. Now we're also talking about putting aquaculture fin fish farms inside of these array areas.
My name is John Borden, and I live currently in Rye, New Hampshire. I am a commercial fisherman. I have been for my entire adult life, and I'm still fishing. In fact, I'm getting up at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning to start it all over again. The lobster industry is something that we've all worked at very hard. We throw back egg-bearing females. I wanted to take the opportunity to get the message across that there needs to be some public awareness about offshore wind and the detrimental effects thereof. Anything in the ocean environment, in the marine environment, is a crapshoot. And even when you build equipment that is made to operate in that marine environment, you're still taking a lot of chances. Some of the boats that I operated and owned were the best in the business. You couldn't build a better boat. And we still had to be on our toes 24/7. This stuff is a big experiment, and some of the people would like to say, well, the Europeans have been doing it for 20 years. Yes, they have, but from everything that I've read, it's not cost effective. They're not getting the return on their investment. I fully, true-heartedly believe that if we don't preserve this for the next coming generations, it's going to be gone. And the fleet has already shrunk. The amount of fishermen that were engaged in commercial fishing when I started back in the 70s has been reduced down to just a handful of survivors at this point.
After all the research that we've been digging into and all the negative effects, where is this green? Where is this pro-US? Where is this going to make us more secure in our energy resources? Where does this make us more secure in our food structures? Where are the health benefits to the nation? There isn't any. So why are we doing this?
Wind and solar have large power purchase agreements, right? Whatever the agreement is for the next 20, 25 years, y'all are paying that for every megawatt they make, and even some megawatts that they don't make, which I'll go over in a minute.
Offshore wind is going to affect the entire ocean and the fishing industry and the people and the food that won't be available to us anymore because of the side effects of those turbines. I mean, there was so much information given to us in that brief presentation, and even in the short film. It was hard to keep it all, there was just so much. It was almost overwhelming, but understandable as well. And I'm so glad I came. And when you come right down to it, even if people don't care about the fishermen, they should care about the fact that they aren't going to be able to eat our wild fish anymore if this goes through. Like I've never bought farmed fish. I've always just wild salmon once a week, wild haddock if I can't find the wild salmon, but that's it. Because if I can't find wild, I'm not going to eat it, because I know. But a lot of people don't know. You need to hear the truth from grassroots organizations that know what they're talking about.
We here at NEFSA, a generational fisheries knowledge trust, pretty much, that's what our board is. We are multi-generational fishermen from across many seaboards, across many ports in this country, unanimously all agreeing that what we're doing just goes beyond the science, and it goes beyond any logical standpoint that any of us could even imagine. I mean, we're talking about developing offshore wind when we don't even know what the effects to the natural resources are 100%. It's just like, all it takes is just destroying one year class of one stock, and the trickle effect will just go down the line. The food pyramid will be destroyed. You don't even have to be a fisherman to be upset. You are a US citizen. These are your food. I don't ever remember having a vote saying that I'm willing to give away my natural resources and my children's natural resources for the sake of a foreign company to develop so I can buy energy from a foreign company.
If people don't step up and start fighting back, then we're out of luck. There will be no more fishing industry in New England, primarily in New Hampshire, because that's what's important to me, because I live in New Hampshire. My ancestors have been here for 400 years. It's just incredible to me that this is happening. Absolutely incredible to me that with everything else that's been going on, it's just one more thing destroying our country.
Talk to your selectmen, talk to your town representatives, talk to your state representatives, write your legislators, tell them this is not benefiting any of us. It really is not. Something's very upside down. And these are the things that the people need to wake up to.